Hey, what's up, guys? Nomad Nick here from Nomad Way. Hope all you nomads are doing well out there. Reason why I'm making this video today is to talk to you a little bit about about fitting in and haters, and there's other ways to go about the topic of discussion. But thanks everyone for joining, new and old subscribers. And I went on a business trip recently to Las Vegas. It was a conference for my company, and I started at the company during COVID, so like it's not like I met any of these people. I just met them, via Zoom, and it's not like we ever hung out or anything outside of work. So during the business trip, it started off good, and then toward the end, there were cliques. There were cliques in the beginning of it's like regional based, because I'm in Texas. There's employees that are in Wisconsin. There's other employees that are in California. There's employees spread out all over the place. And so people were mainly hanging out with people from their office, right? And so by the end of the trip, long story short, it was the last night of the trip, and I was at a club that was rented out by the company for the final send-off, if you will, because it's a sales kickoff conference. And so we were at a nightclub, and I wasn't drinking at all. I was just drinking water. And essentially, I went up to these guys that are on my team, that have been on my team in 2022, and that have the same role as me at the company, and that we've been talking throughout the trip. And I was trying to say bye to them, and they said bye to the other guy that was with me. They shook his hand and whatnot. And then I go up to this guy, and he did something with a beer in his hand. I think he had a beer in his hand. He was like, "It's really great to meet you in person." And then he walked away. And the other guy that was beside him, that is on my team and the same role, and that I was pretty close with, honestly, until we met in person, he just walked away. I don't know what I did. I didn't mean to do anything. But I think they just don't like me. I just think that we don't get along. That's all. And maybe I don't want to sound arrogant, but maybe I did kind of threaten them in a way that I didn't mean to. Or maybe it was just the way that I was talking to them. But regardless, I wouldn't pass judgment like that on anybody. They obviously perceived me in a way that was not who I was trying to be to them, or didn't mean to put off that sort of perception to them. So I think it was unfair for them to treat me like that at the end, when I had no idea. I didn't know that they didn't like me until, I don't know. So the point of the story is to say that not everyone's going to like you through, thick and thin. They're not always going to be there with you. You can't please everyone as hard as you can try. I lost some good friendships throughout my life, to no fault really of my doing, I want to say. There's different ways to perceive things. So I guess that's all there really is to say. If you guys ever had a similar situation, let me know. I wanted to come on and talk about this specific situation just because it's happened to other people before. It's not just me, you know. Um, I try to keep an open mind and stay positive no matter who I'm with. And maybe I don't always give off that mind. I have social anxiety pretty bad. Um, so maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't really get along with those guys, because maybe they don't have social anxiety. They don't know what that's like. And I don't want to like label why I wasn't the most outgoing. I mean, you got to kind of give me a break too, because it was the first time that I was with literally everyone at the company. I mean, I've met no one. I'm remote, so like I don't have any friends there. It was all new people, except I met them over Zoom, but it's not like I know those people. So I just think it's an unfair and a very negative way to be, and to just all those guys, from the same location, for them to be talking about me behind my back, obviously, and then for them all to agree that this is, I'm like a bad person, or they shouldn't, talk to me, or shouldn't be friends with me, or whatever. It's just a very weird way. It's just a very weird thing to go about in a pack, instead of making your own individual judgment about certain things. So hopefully this is a good example, and maybe it runs parallel to something in your life right now. Always try to help. Thanks, guys, for listening. I'll be back soon with more. Peace.